Hey, what's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke and welcome to the Dream Green Show. Now, this video is a little different. If you was one of the lucky few subscribers that have their notification turned on and watch this video is going to be longer than the other people that watch this video around 12 or 24 hours later. I'm going to cut the end of this video off. After I completed this, I'm going to give you guys some more tips. So if you was one of the lucky subscribers that have their notification bell turned on and watch this video, after this video is over with, there's going to be a whole nother investing section. I'm going to give you guys some amazing tips for 2025 to invest into, to start off your investing career, your trading career, to try to become financially free in 2025. It's going to be another long video. So if you tuned in on this video within the first 12 to 24 hours, this video is this long. If you was unlucky and not a subscriber and don't have that notification bell turned on, then this video is this long. All right, so if you are in the first 12 hours of watching this video, make sure you watch it throughout the entire video. Don't spoil it for people down in the comments on what they missed. Just let them go ahead and miss it. They'll learn because they have to hit that notification bell, because this video right here, we're going to be talking about something that can just completely change the game forever. That's right, we're going to be talking about Google in their quantum computing. Now, getting in early on Google sounds crazy. Like, how can you get in early on Google? This would be like getting in on Tesla 2 or 3 and maybe 4 years ago. This would be like getting in on Nvidia 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago on Nvidia, when Nvidia was probably like $12 or AMD was like $7. This would be like getting in on that because of quantum computing. It's gonna blow AI out of the water, right? Out of Nvidia AI chips, AMD AI chips. Even though quantum computing is going to have to do with AI, it's just on a completely different level. Now, I'm a nerd. I nerd out all the time. I look at quantum stuff and quantum physics all the time. Quantum computing pretty much reached inside of another dimension. I know it sounds crazy, parallel universes and all that stuff like that, but hey, do your research. Quantum computing is basically saying that computers runs off of zeros and ones, right? That's what computers do. They run off of zeros and ones. But when it comes to quantum physics and the quantum level, state of matter is in multiple states at the exact same time, waiting for us to observe it, right? It could be a 0 and a 1 at the exact same time, and then as soon as we observe it, it either turns into a 0 or a 1, or whichever one we want. And then there's quantum entanglement. I know this is an investing channel. Just stick around. I'm a nerd. It's all gonna make sense very soon. But being a nerd is what makes money, all right? So now there's quantum entanglement. That means there's gonna be two sets of digits, or two sets of atoms, or two sets of anything quantum entangled, no matter how far apart they are. If as soon as I switch this one into a 1, the other one that's set apart is going to also switch into a 1 at the exact same time. If you switch it to a 0, it's also going to switch into a 0 at the exact same time. There's no delay at all. That is quantum entanglement. And Google has found out how to make quantum chips to where state of matter is in two different positions on two separate sides, changing zeros and ones at the same exact time. They figure out a way to have zeros and ones be both in the exact state of matter at the exact same time, and it's taking quantum computing to the next level, which is going to make so much money when it comes to quantum computing. It's going to destroy cryptocurrency because it can mine anything at any speed at the exact same time. Let me show you guys a quick example of how crazy quantum computing is. Now, here's a video from NASA Space News.
Thing that classical computers simply can't do. And Willow's recent achievement takes this concept to a whole new level. Here's what happened. Willow was tasked with solving something called a random distribution benchmark. Essentially, it had to generate outputs based on extremely complex and entangled quantum patterns. Classical computers? Forget it. This task would take them 10 septillion years. That's a 1 with 25 zeros behind it. Willow did it in under 5 minutes. This result isn't just about speed.
Now, guys, what would take normal computers millions of 1 with 25 zeros behind it of years, it took Willow, Google's computer chip, quantum computer chip, 5 minutes. It could solve any equation within 5 minutes. You guys can go watch that video. I'll leave a link down below. It goes into the quantum explaining of quantum computer in more detail, but we're here to make money. I'm going to show you guys 3 different stock analysis tools that you can see to project that you can see to project Google future price. I'm going to show you guys I'm going to show you guys multiple plays that I've been doing on Google that I'm going to be buying in order to take advantage of this Google run and make a lot of money of this in the future. And then we're going to do another deep dive in on how we can make more passive income with Google. And this is going to be a 2 to 3, maybe a 4-year play for us to make us a lot of money and very rich. Now, before I even show you guys the future projections on Google, let me show you my balance on Google just to show you that I do have my feet in the game. So here we are on my Robinhood account. If you guys take a look at Google over the last 3 months, they're up 17%. The last year, they're up 36%, and over the last 5 years, they're up 183%. Now, if quantum computing comes out, that is going to completely change the game. It's going to look like this. It's going to be up another 7,000% over the next 10, 20 years. If we continue to hold on to Google, I can see it definitely taking off like this over the next 10, 20 years. Now, my position on Google on my Robinhood account, I have 3.3 shares. I know it's not a lot. I plan on growing up to 100 shares of Google. I'm up $160, up 33%. Amazing. I told my Discord about this. We're making money. Now we come over to my Weibo account. I have 100 shares of Google inside of my Weibo account, which I'm going to explain why I have 100 shares and how I've been making passive income with Google with 100 shares near the end of this video. The total cost was $18,776. I'm up 2%, up $483. So I have around 103 shares of Google right now between both accounts. And then I plan on getting and adding 100 more shares of Google. And let me show you why I plan on adding 100 more shares of Google by looking at the future projections of Google. So if we come back here, we're going to look at the bar chart. This is Google expected move. The expected move pretty much takes the implied volatility, and then it takes the expected move calculated based on 85% of the value of at the money straddle for 2 weeks out, for a week out contract, a 2 week out option, a month out option, and a 2 month out option. So it's going to take that straddle, give you a plus or minus that. And if we take the straddle of the at the money price of Google with the implied volatility, the historic volatility in the IV rank of 38%, it does all this calculations. And then this will be where Google is going to head within the next month. It says it's going to be up to $208 or down to $177. It's going to give you both sides. It's going to give you both sides. And if you want to go out 365 days or a year, 356 days, you guys can see that it's good. The upper price is at $231 and the lower price is at $154 on Google. Now if we come over to Moomoo and go to Google, Googl, and we're going to look at, if you guys do want to sign up with Moomoo and use this feature right here, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description. You can sign up with Moomoo and they're giving you up to 15 free shares just from signing up and using that platform. Deposit $100, you guys can get started right away. But right here we're going to hit company, and then we're going to look right here at the analyst ratings and the Morningstar research. Morningstar research is very critical. They're giving it a fair value of $220 at the moment with a 4-star rating. Right now Google is at $192. They're giving it a fair value of $220. The analysis rating, if we click right here, you guys can see that it has an 81% strong buy, 18% are saying hold, and 0% are saying sell. Current price is $192.76. They're giving it a high of $240 over the next year, of the next 12 months. A median price of $212 and a low price of $185. So you do not have much to lose from 192 to 185, even if it's in the worst case scenario. And it's taking all of these ratings down here from BofA Securities, Barclays, JP Morgan is giving it a target price of 232. RBC Capital is giving it a rating of 235. So it takes all these ratings, add them up, put in this little target price up here, and that's how we could predict one of the target price. Now what I like to do is technical analysis, and then I'll show you guys some of the option plays that we can do on Google to make a lot of money in the future, because the quantum computing is going to blow AI through the water. Now this is Google on the 1-day chart, and I told all of my Discord members to buy Google right here. One of the reasons I told them to buy Google right here, if they did buy Google right here, it's inside the Discord. If you guys want access to my Discord, you have to join the Patreon to take to my Discord. In there I post every single time that I buy and sell a stock. I post my option trades, my option premiums, and we have 3 pro day traders in there that post their option trades every single day. So if you want to be a part of a community of traders that want to be financially free just like you, And it's a lot of other smart people inside the community as well that's doing awesome things. If you guys want to join that community, join the Patreon. That link is going to be down in the description. But back to this, I told all of my Discord members to start buying Google right here. You can ask them down in the description. I told them to start buying Google right here. We timed it perfectly. If they bought it all the way up to the top, that's a 23% gain. And at current price, that is a 17% gain. That is amazing in just a couple of days. Now, the reason I did it is because we was looking at the Bollinger Band, and we was also looking at the 200 EMI line. So we seen it right here. It was below the blue line of the Bollinger Band. I like to change mine a little bit. If you go to settings right here and you pull up your Bollinger Band, yours will be set to 20 when you first do it. I like to change mine to 30. And the reason I like to change mine to 30 is because when you change that number to 30, it takes the last 30 bars, and then it averages out the price of the last 30 bars, which is days right now. Every bar represents a day. So it takes the last 30 days and creates this blue line right here, making it the average. And then it give a plus or minus the deviation of the price, making it this blue cloud right here. So whenever it's below this blue line, near a very strong support line of the 200 EMA, this yellow line that we talk about in our Zoom calls, we seen this as a support. That's when we went in and bought up a lot of Google. I put that signal inside the Discord. We made a lot of money from that. Now, let's take this off to make it even clearer. Now, this is Google over the last couple of years, right? This is the day chart, so we could go back a couple of years. I plan on buying Google because it is at a pretty decent price right now, because it's at a pretty decent price right now, what I think is going to be over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years. It's hard to buy Google on the dip. It's above the 200 EMA line. It is in a bull run, but we will be smart. If it does break below this 200 EMA line, we're going to set a very short stop loss and then wait to get back in when it crosses above the 200 EMA line, because as you guys can see, Google does try to stay above the 200 EMA line. Once it breaks below, we'll cut our losses right here. This is back in 2020. We'll cut our losses, wait to get in back right here and ride it on back up. Use it as a support, ride it on back up. Use it as a support, and then when it finally breaks below this support line right here, we get out and we just wait and we just wait and we just wait. And then when it breaks back above this 200 EMA line, we get back in and we stay in until it finally breaks below. We'll get out and then we'll get back in. That is our plan for Google. Now, if you have a lot of money with Google, let me show you guys a couple of things that you could do inside of the stock market. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to the Robinhood account, and then we're going to hit trade. We're going to hit trade, and you could buy as many. You could set a buy in dollars, and you could buy $20, $10, $5 worth of Google every single day. You can set up a recurring buy on Google for the next couple of years and continue to buy Google. Now, if you're a little bit more risky and want to make a lot of money, you want to hit trade options, and we could buy something called a leap option on Google. Now, buying leaps is a long option out, not a weekly option call, but I'm talking about 12 months out. So we will go the reason that you'll buy a leap option is because if you wanted to buy 100 shares, of Google, let's go buying shares. 100 shares would cost you $19,251. I'm going to find a way to make $19,000, $251, and find a way to get 100 shares. I don't care what I gotta do. I gotta find a way to get 100 shares of Google, because every 100 shares of Google is gonna make me a lot more money. But if you don't have $19,000, you could do a leap call. It's gonna be a lot cheaper. And so you want to go out a year. We're gonna go out to December 25 right here. Okay, we want to hit buy a call, and then you could buy something around the 0.8 delta. There it goes. That's a little too. All right, 0.8 delta. So we're gonna look at the 165, 160. Okay, that gives us a 0.78 delta. That means for every dollar Google goes up, you'll go up 79 cents or 80 cents. So it's a really good price. And other than paying $19,000, almost $20,000 to control 100 shares, now you're buying it for $4,950. So now you have control of 100 shares, and it's at a cheaper price. You could buy one of these, you could buy two of these. If you have $10,000 or $9,900, then you got control over 200 shares of Google. Now, once you have 100, once you put in this leap option, you can make a lot of money if Google do go up to the expected $250 in the next year or so. If Google goes up to $230, $233 over the next year or so, you guys can see what your break-even price would be. Your break-even price would be $208. So you only need Google to go up to $208. It's at $192 right now. So you will need Google to go up 8% within the next year, and Google went up 30% last year alone, right? So if we come now, we put in this option and buy this. Now we have control over 100 shares. And what we can do is now sell covered calls, which is called a poor man covered call. Once you have bought a leap option, you could come out and sell covered call weekly. You can sell weekly or monthly covered calls, poor man covered calls on Google, because now you have control of 100 shares. That's what options do. And you can sell this covered call that say, hey, I'm willing to sell 100 shares of Google at $197.50. And then they're going to credit your account immediately for $70. Now, if you do this every week, collect $70 for the next 52 weeks, you're going to be making $3,640 over the next year, and it's going to cost you around $4,000 to buy a leap option. So you can make money from your leap option, and you can make money selling poor man covered calls on Google. Now, if you don't know how to sell poor man covered calls or cash secure puts, I have a tutorial. I have a course inside of my Discord, inside of my Patreon. You guys can sign up, go through that. I have everything that you need to know inside of the Patreon if you want to learn how to create passive income. Because if we come right here, you guys can see since I've been selling cover call, cash secure puts, and collecting premiums for the last couple of months. I haven't even been doing it for a whole year, but for the last couple of months, I made $15,861. I've been selling it on SOXL, TSLL, Nike, Nvidia, NDVL, AMD, Apple, Google, and just from Google alone, over the last couple of months, I made around $1,000 on Google. Just selling these covered calls from those 100 shares that I have in my Weibo account. Those 100 shares I've been selling, I've been collecting around anywhere between $70 and $35 every single week, collecting on Google every single time, every single week, or every single month that I go out, because you could go out even further. You could go out a further month and collect an even bigger amount, $197 if you wanted to do that, to go up to a $200 call. So if you do want to learn how to do that, that link to Patreon is going to be down in the description. So there we go, guys. Google quantum computing is going to be completely insane. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money, and I know it sounds crazy that we're getting in on Google early. But now there's a couple of downsides to quantum computing. It is very, very fragile, right? It could give you a lot of errors, because any slight shake, any slight mistake is going to give you an error. But they've been working on quantum computing for a very long time now. But now they're starting to dial it in. Hopefully within the next 5 years, they're actually dialing in to where they can use it in useful situations. And with quantum computing, it's not ready yet. That's the thing. It's not ready yet. Just like the Cybertruck wasn't ready yet 4 years ago. He announced it and it come out to 4 years later, right? 4 or 5 years later. Google been working on the quantum computing for quite some time. It is not available to the market. It won't be available to the market. It's not available to be used in any special scenario yet. But in the next 4 to 5, 6, 7 years, if we're buying it now, and then when it finally explodes, we're getting in early on Google, and it's going to have another 7,000% gain over the next 20, 30, 45 years, and we're going to make a lot of money on Google. So the only downside is that it's not that useful yet, but once it becomes very useful and predictable, we're going to make a lot of money from that. Let me know down in the description, am I too much of a nerd from knowing all of this quantum computing stuff, or am I just trying to get to the money? Because you guys know scary money don't make no money. Drop that down in the comment section if you made it to the end of this video. Scary money don't make no money. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna buy these options, I'm gonna sell covered calls, I'm gonna buy shares daily on Google, just because I'm gonna load. That's gonna be my biggest play probably in 2025, is loading up on Google, because I absolutely believe in this company. I'm gonna tell you guys why for the people that subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell after this. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. That helps out this video more than you guys could possibly even imagine. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace. Now, for everyone that subscribed and hit that notification bell, let me tell you why I believe